Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Hello, Geminis. How are you guys doing today? We are going to go with our outfield of angels. Help us to rise to the occasion. Let's see what's going on in the background. Let's see where our support is coming from. What's going on, Geminis? Let's see. Spirits speak to us on behalf of Geminis. Help them to gain the clarity and knowledge they are seeking. Yes. Manifest. Be clear on your outcome. See, people don't realize when you manifest, you know what you're doing? You're putting intentional action in motion. So it's like if you're hoping for something and wishing for something and believing in something, and then you take action accordingly, you will set your outcome in motion. You understand? What it is that you're seeking, that you're feeling. You're feeling that this is coming into fruition for you. You're believing in it. You're intentionally putting intentional action behind it. Then your intentional outcome should arrive, right? Because you've been feeling it. So you put action, because remember, faith without works is dead. So you're placing action behind that intent so it can manifest through your feelings into what it is you're seeking. And it'll become real. It'll become reality. It'll become your truth. So make sure that's what you're doing. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Teamwork. Be united for a good relationship. If you're building, whether it's a home relationship with family or you've been hopeful about a relationship with love, remember that you're part of a team and you need to do it together with your person. I don't see why people want to be in relationships and just do things the way they want to do it that they was doing before. When you, well, the question should be asked to you, when you get into a relationship, shouldn't you adjust accordingly to knowing that there's another person in your life that you have to share your time with? Relationships about teamwork, right? You can't be a team if you're just going to do things your own way. It has to be something that's a consensus with the team. If your coach says to you, go ahead, when those shots come up, just take it. You don't have to pass the ball to somebody else. You could take the shots too. Or you know you're not a good shooter until you practice and get a little bit more self-control on getting it in the basket. Just pass the ball when you get it. Be there for the rebounds. That's part of a team. You all come into a concise agreement that we are working together to build, and all players on deck because everybody's needed. When you're in a relationship, get on deck and y'all communicate so you could figure out what your next moves will be and what you need to do while you're going through this process to building your relationship, which should be a continuous thing. You have to work with the other person and you must communicate. And I suggest, especially for you, Gemini, when you get in a relationship with somebody, make sure they know that it's important to have good communication skills. That's one of your pet peeves, that you don't like people shutting down or shutting up and not speaking to you, so you know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and how the two of you could compromise and come together. Very important. New beginnings. Look forward to a new beginning. Exactly. New beginnings is crucial, especially when you learn along the way. When things don't work out, don't stay there sulking, trying to figure out what went wrong. That's why you had to have teamwork and communication so you know when issues arise. But when you have a new beginning, you get a whole opportunity to start all over again and do it in a different way until you get it right. Don't shoot down yourself because things don't pan out the way you would like it. That's why new beginnings are very efficient, because if you did something, you kept doing it the wrong way, and then somebody finally says to you, you're not supposed to do it. You're supposed to turn it to the left and then apply it. Oh. So now when you start again, which is actually a new beginning, you're recognizing things that you made issues on along the way. You do that following your intuition because you're working on improving yourself, on improvement. So you have to take heed to those little signs, little warnings to help you to grow. So when you have a new beginning, you're applying new efforts accordingly. Even if you fall short, practice makes perfect. Perseverance seldom fails. Stay focused and forge forward. Timing. Allow events to unfold at the correct time. Take the time to learn so that when you make the next set of moves in your life, you already know where they go. Timing is everything. It's everything. Things may not always fall in line in the timing that you would like, but if you tweak accordingly and you try again, that might be the right time. Like I love to play those games with, on the phone. I love like the car games and driving and parking jam and all those type of things, because you know what, I fight with it because it's like you want to elevate to the next level. A lot of games will help you elevate to the next level. So if this is just a game, and life can be a game at times, that you have to learn the right moves and things to apply. Wouldn't it be the same if you try applying some of the techniques to your relationship? Think about it. If things don't, everything, not all the time is everything going to work out, but the attempt is there to try. Okay? So if you do things in the right time to elevate you so that you're able to be on a different playing field, you're able to look at things for what they are and time it just right. There are deadlines that approach. There are things that must be completed in a certain time. And the same falls true in relationships. There's a time to play. There's a time to love. There's a time to celebrate. There's a time to communicate. Timing is set up for different things. And when you start to get to know your person, you know when to apply that necessary change, because you know your person and you're starting to understand who they are. Maybe it's like you're pissed off about something and you know that he's always emotional afterward because he's stressed and he's tired. Is that the time that you put to him what it is that's an issue for you, or do you wait? And you start learning that person and you realize that's not the time to bring this up, but we will discuss it. But because you're starting to communicate more effectively, you're starting to know the times to approach that person about certain things, because you're learning them, you're feeling them out. May not always get perfect timing, but along the way through the process, you will learn things so that your relationship can iron out and be the relationship that you want. That means you're investing your time into it. And now is the time to apply certain things that you've learned along the way to find out if you guys are compatible. But if you're apprehensive and always scared to approach your person, what kind of relationship is that? You learn your person to learn when it's talk time. Set a time frame for any issues or anything between the hours of 7 and 8, 8 and 9, 6 and 7 in the morning. Timing is everything. Timing could shut down as well as timing could elevate. Decipher between the two and know the right time through communication. Learn somebody, look at them, listen to them, and see how you could apply what you've paid attention to and learned along the way so you could rise to the occasion. Don't give up. Don't give up. Work through things. Every relationship is going to take work. It's up to you whether you want to put the work in or not, if it's beneficial. Garnetqueentarot, where we want to be inspired to rise. We want to be our best selves. We want to learn and grow. Don't give up through the process. Keep forging to your destination until you arrive. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and get in tune with yourself and your partner. Manifestation is so important. It's when you feel and your emotions go through things, and you realize what's for you and what's not for you, and if this is a person you want to work with as a teammate. Because in relationships you could choose, but you have to put every effort into building, or else you'll just be going through relationship after relationship. Stop and pay attention to some of the feedback you receive along the way and see what may be holding up progress in the relationship, or what may be keeping it flowing because of your 100% communication, so you guys can talk things through. But just remember, new beginnings will come when you open and allow them in. Take care. Garnet Queen Tarot. Be inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until we meet again, have a good one. Thank you for sharing your time.